We are hooking up a forklift charger. There's one of their forklifts. And of course it's parked right in front of a transformer and a panel. There's the panel that our charger feeds out of, a 277 480 volt three-phase panel. There's the disconnect for it. And right over here, just out of the way of the disconnect, is the charger. All right. So whenever you're hooking up a piece of equipment you're not all that familiar with, find the sticker here that has the electrical information. I hope that's coming across smoothly. Now, much of that information is not at all important to me as the electrician. I do hope you can see that clearly. But down there somewhere, there's a VA, where is it? I read it earlier. ACV for AC voltage, and it shows three possibilities: 208, I think the other is 240, and then 480. Okay, and down below that is phasing, shows one, so this is single phase 208, single phase 240, single phase 480 are the three voltages that it can run on. Then below that it says ACA for amperage. So at 208 volts single phase, it can run, what does that say? Well, I can't read it now, but I read it earlier. And then at your secondary voltage, 240, it would run at the middle amperage. And then if you hooked it up to 480, it would run 16 amps, which is very low. And since we have 480 available, we're going to hook it up 480 volts single phase. That's two phases out of a three-phase 480 volt panel to give us a very low 16 amp draw. And again, if you hook two phases together, they act as a single circuit, acting as a single phase circuit. Now, here's where we've hooked it up inside the unit. Notice we went ahead and pulled three phases, but since I found that the brown, the A phase in that panel is pulling a lot more amperage than the other two phases, I went ahead and used the other two phases in this machine to kind of balance it out a little bit. So we've got B phase and C phase in here, and here's the ground. Here is the control transformer right there. And way back there, hard to miss, is the main power transformer. And here you see the contactor that actually turns the thing on. Here's something to watch out for. And I didn't quite get it right at first. After 25 years in this trade, I still sometimes make a mistake. See that right down there? It says power transformer settings and control transformer settings. Make sure that both your power transformer and control transformer are set according to the voltage you're actually going to be feeding to it. You may feed 240 to it, right there in the middle. You may feed 208 to it, right there on top. Down at the bottom, you may be feeding, as we are in this case, 480 volts. So your main power right there should be there. You got what are called shorting wires, and we're going to put the shorting wires between 3 and 4. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the power transformer. Now, I've already done this, but here's the part we don't mess with, and here's the part we do mess with. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I counted right. And we put our shorting wire between 3 and 4 because we're feeding everything with 480 volts. And I may not understand everything that's going on inside the transformer, but the diagram told me that if we're feeding 480 volts to this thing, which we are, then I need to short between number 3 and number 4, which we did. Then on the control transformer, it says again 208 volts, 240 volts, and on the bottom 480 volts. Again, we're feeding this with 480 volts. and whatever the control transformer is, probably 120, I don't know. It probably says somewhere in here, but I don't really care. All I know is as long as we hook these up right, it'll work. Again, we're feeding 480 to it, so we're not going to hook it up. We're not going to short the way it shows for 208. We're not going to short it, the control transformer, the way it shows for 240. We are going to short it, or not short it, but hook it up, because it's not shorting this time for the control transformer. We're just hooking it up, tapping it is a better way to say, according to 480. And you can see there, I'm having trouble reading it now, but I think that says 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to leave 1. Notice 1 is common in all 3 voltages, but you tap a different, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the voltage that you're putting to it. And again, we've already done it, but there it is. And you can look on the side there, it says, I don't know if you can see it, but it says 1, 2, 3, 4. And we did go ahead and leave 1 where it was, and then made sure the 4th was tapped, because we're feeding it for 408 volts. There it is. And that is coming from the transformer, okay? This is the lead, where is it? Right here, from the 480 tap on the transformer. And we're tapping from there to the contactor, feeding on into the machine, into the control board there that we're looking at the back of right now. Here's the front of it. Again, whenever you hook up a piece of equipment, look for all available information, because you're not automatically going to know how to hook it up. Be sure and check so that you can hook it up correctly.